This isn't the video that I intended to write. Before I talked to JJ Stratford, I had a really boring question. Is Blippo Plus a video game? But then she answered that question immediately, and in the strangest way.
Blippo Plus is an alien television signal that originally had its transmissions on the Playdate, but has extended to color on Nintendo and Steam, and I believe now Mac.
And she's right. To us, Blippo Plus is a video game that we download on Steam, or the Nintendo Switch, or the Panic Playdate, and once we open it, we are presented with what is essentially a cable box interface. Over a period of time, the shows we watch take us through a narrative that's taking place on the planet Blip. She kind of got it in one. Blippo Plus was co-created by Telefantasy Studios, JJ's television studio, and Yacht, the band. It was originally published by Panic, specifically for their handheld e-ink gaming device, the Panic Playdate, and code for that Playdate version was written by Dustin Moreau. JJ Stratford is one of the coolest, strangest people that I've ever spoken to, and I want to be clear, I mean that as an intense compliment. She is the reason that Blippo Plus has this campy analog look. She is the reason this whole wacky idea for a video game in the shape of an alien broadcast comes together. It is her love for television, analog filmmaking, drag queens, and kick-ass women that made a new form of storytelling possible. And I think her work is going to impact the world of video games for a very long time.
My first memory of ever watching television is my mom turning on the TV and it being Elvira's movie Macabre.
Yeah.
Like, that's my first TV memory. So that's...
You were set up for, like, camp video art from day one.
I was like, fog machine, analog video, ladies,
yes,
wit, camp, all of it is just right there.
JJ's video work makes her love for that era of film and television obvious. When I interviewed her, she had posters for 1982's Parasite and 1985's Godzilla 1985 hanging on her studio wall. At the time of writing, Godzilla 1985 has a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. Parasite has 15%. She also had a poster for 1983's Body, a Turkish remake of Steven Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I do not know if JJ likes these movies, though as intentional of an artist as she seems to be, I would believe so.
And then my sister and I were latchkey kids, so we never got any kind of extracurricular activities, no soccer. We just went home, we watched TV. And this just, my whole aesthetic is like based on it.
Yeah.
It just fed my brain, and I was already kind of like not scholarly in an intellectual way, but I think in forms of like cable television, that's my genius, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's cool.
I was very ashamed of it for so long, like knowing so much about TV and not much about anything else.
Well, tell me then, like, what are some of the things either from that period or maybe that you've like found as an adult that inspire, you know, your other work as well, but also sort of some of the work behind Blippo Plus?
In the middle of the beginning years of Telefantasy Studios, I went to England to like art direct a live show with a bunch of performance artists from England. And I got to stay there for like 6 months. And some friends of mine worked at the BBC. And I was already like really into like Red Dwarf and Doctor Who. So it took me through BBC Television Centre. And they were like, oh, the TARDIS is in the basement under this tarp and stuff. Before they like rebooted.
I was going to say, this sounds like before the reboot.
And I was just like, I don't know, all the synapses firing. Like,
yeah.
And then I started to really connect with just like BBC and ITV programs, because they like didn't quite have the like gloss that Hollywood had. And so and I always knew I was going to be like on the lower budget side. Yeah. And so were they. So I just fell in love with all aspects of the craftsmanship. So anything coming out of BBC in like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like Liquid Television and like late night MTV. Elvira, of course.
Yeah. I see your K9 behind you, and I saw it on your website as well. Yeah. Stratford's work is clearly inspired by the lo-fi analog television that she grew up loving. It all has an air of public access television, and not coincidentally, that's where her television studio, Telefantasy Studios, got its start.
I started making public access shows with my friends in 2004.
Mm-hmm. And that was the Dungeons and Dragons show?
Yes, Dungeon Majesty.
Nice. I feel like you were like early to actual play podcasts.
Oh my God, yes. We kind of think we sort of, I don't want to say invented it, but we were one of the first.
Yeah.
When you're one of the first, you're also like the first one everyone forgets.
Oh yeah. I mean, you should claim it.
Yeah. No one really knows. Like we even tried to get a Wikipedia page and it got taken down.
In some ways, Dungeon Majesty was ahead of its time. In terms of production, it was kind of behind. When film was moving to digital, Stratford was committing to analog.
We loved writing stories together, playing out characters, building props, building sets. And then when public access stopped, that's when I decided, I'm going to like double down on this underground TV thing. And the gear was all getting thrown away, and I had a space. So I just started to house my own, basically, public access studio. So I got all the cameras, mixers, got really into learning how to use them properly and improperly.
But Stratford's love of the analog has at times limited the audience of her work.
We were like, okay, we're underdogs. And we're all from Hollywood. And we're not getting in the film and television industry.
Yeah.
So then we just started making this public access show and finding a lot of joy in it. It's funny because my friend Riley, who's actually Worf in Worf's Tavern.
Okay.
And he's also the Dungeon Master in Dungeon Majesty.
Okay. Going back, we've been working with the same people for a while. I love that.
Yeah. He also was in a sci-fi show I made called The Multinauts. He played Xanthor. Riley and I often kind of would get down about like the popularity of Telefantasy Studios. Like, we've been doing this for 20 years. Like, how come like no one still doesn't know about us? And then he would always wind up saying like, we're just the Klaus Nomi of TV making, like influential, but like not that many people know who that is.
What really impressed me in talking to JJ is just the expertise that she has built over the years. There's this video of her talking about video synthesizers that I found, and it really shows off her technical skills. This specific skill set with video synthesizers was used in Blippo Plus many times, including on Blippo's Tales from the Tube. Over email, JJ told me that she fed the image of Blinker into a Fairlight CVI so that she could multiply Blinker's image and react to what he was saying in real time. None of that is After Effects or built-in layers, she told me. It is this detailed knowledge and deep bench of collaborators that JJ has built over time that led to Blippo Plus being such a storytelling achievement.
Clone 12 was really difficult, mostly because every shot I had to like, I always pre-visualize everything, but like as soon as you start compositing, I had to pre-visualize it like 2 and 3 times. It was like heavily, I had to storyboard it like crazy. And then if anyone bumped the camera, we had to start over. So like our actress, Olive, had to like shoot a scene and then go in the wardrobe room and put on the other outfit. So also keeping track of all the outfits,
right?
Characters, and then like lining up her eye line, because I'm also the cinematographer too, so I'm like kind of thinking 2 things at once. Like, telling her where to look and like what to embody and like keeping the gag going. It was fun for me because I definitely like to make things complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, you could easily just have like a split screen. But I was like, oh, it's got to be like at a crazy angle, or it's got to have like 3 people in this scene. Or we're going to put the IV bag in the corner here. So when I composite it just has like more depth.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also working with a really limited budget. So like a lot of times it was like we had like a room divider, a hospital bed, a like EKG, what are the little heart monitor?
EKG,
And then a bunch of like hand tools, but also like reusing them in each scene so that it looked, I don't know, had the essence of a full hospital, but it's always on this like black stark background.
What are some of your like favorite shows within Blippo Plus that you got to work on? I have some of my favorites, but I'm curious what yours are.
Okay, I've been asked this like a handful of times, and each time I say a different show. And then I wake up in the middle and I go, why did I say that one? I am going to say Fighting Trillions.
Okay.
Just because that one was kind of like my baby of it all. And like all the women in it are all my friends.
Yeah.
And I definitely like looked at each one and was like, okay, you're all like, if you were all like had supernatural abilities or like technological abilities, what would they be? And we just got to play around.
I originally reached out to JJ because I was interested in how the visual aspect of Blippo Plus came to be. But what I found when asking her about different elements of her work was that she has a really amazing group of many long-term collaborators, and she was more than willing to shout them out. She almost couldn't help it. Heck, when I emailed her after our interview to follow up with some questions, she continued shouting out her collaborators.
Well, the makeup artist is a woman named Joan Gray. Mm-hmm. She's a key makeup artist for pretty much all of the shows. Her and Kiki Stash, the costumer, are like frequent collaborators of mine that I've worked with like before Blippo.
Okay.
So like with Blippo, we were really on fire as like a team and really synchronized. The makeup for Boredom, I pulled a bunch of references. And like, you know how like one girl has like triangle, the two sisters have like inverse triangles on their eyes. Like that's from like a super popular image of this model Stella Tennant from the 90s. Okay. Like any makeup nerd knows that. But I was like, I've always wanted to reference it. And then when I showed it to Joan, she like gasped. She was like, I want to do that too. For me, which I think hasn't gotten any love at all, is really everything that Ronnie did. Because he did a lot of like he built the whole diner from Debbie's Diner.
That's amazing. That was not an existing set.
No, it's an 8-foot diner made out of scraps from he cut all those triangles and squares, made all the checkerboards. And even for Brain Drain, Ronnie like programmed all those lights and everything in the lab. And then like when the brains are talking, there's like he's in the back of it, like winding this knob so that the like light goes on and off like in rhythm with the brain that's speaking to kind of sell it. I don't know. I'm just like very into like the craftsmanship of movie making. Yeah. The cinemagic of it all.
This reverence for her collaborators goes back to the beginning of Telefantasy Studios. This is how JJ described the early years of Telefantasy's post-public access era.
A lot of people I met were like in bands or just like performance artists. So kind of this like off Hollywood people.
Yeah.
A lot of drag queens, a lot of like underground musicians, cult people, basically everyone in the gay community.
Yeah.
I made stars in my own way. Yeah. And just kind of started just giving all of these people that came through my studios this like Hollywood treatment. putting
That's so
them under
fun.
good lighting, hooking them up with the best costumes, good makeup and hair, and it just grew from there. Yeah.
Yeah. A cool thing is that all of this commitment to her analog style and experience making people look great on camera has paid off for her. JJ has done music videos for a long time, working with artists like Cage the Elephant, Beach House, and even Gerard Way. But more recently, Telefantasy Studios has been taking on commercial work, including a project with one huge star.
Yeah, I mean, I only just started working commercially in the last 2 years, and I'm like working with like kind of huge people, which is...
I've seen the Sabrina Carpenter video. You can say it. It's hilarious. So cool.
So hilarious, because I like really had given up like 10 years ago. When it happened to me, I was like, wow, like I almost have a hard time like knowing how special it is.
Mm-hmm.
Except when I went to Sabrina's concert and I saw it. I saw my video up on the screen and like 20,000 people screaming and crying that I just started crying because I couldn't believe that my video was like playing for 20,000 people all night.
Yeah.
Like I was just like so far past it that I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
That's so awesome. That's so cool. Very happy for you.
I'm hoping it like changes what the mainstream is into. Now, like I'm thinking like it, like me doing this like analog thing was always just this wild kind of punk rock thing, but now I'm doing it for mainstream people. So I'm hoping it kind of brings it around and it doesn't just make it like a cult thing. And it makes me feel better that I'm working and like Hollywood is like just there's not that much work, so I feel really like grateful that I like weirdly am working on kind of a high level now, only because I followed my dreams. Yeah, I was like unabashedly myself, and it actually got me somewhere.
That's sick.
That doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And I'm bringing along everybody that I have always worked with. So me and my ragtag team of like women and like weirdos are showing up at these like fancy studios, bringing the gear in and like creating concepts. It's great. Yeah.
It's hard to know how well Blippo has sold. The Panic Playdate is pretty intentionally aimed at a niche audience. I'm sure that porting the game to PC, Mac, and Switch has led to a good amount of more sales. But estimating based on the number of reviews still puts the game at selling under 10,000 copies on Steam. If that's true, I think that's unfortunate, because JJ and her collaborators have done incredible work here. I think Blippo Plus is one of the most novel gaming experiences I've had in many years. I can only hope that Blippo Plus is ahead of the curve, that game developers inspired by Blippo Plus will point back to it and say, we learned from them. Actually, you know what? I can hope for more. I hope that more people play Blippo Plus, even if it's not what they expect from a video game. I hope that people find this weird little video game and love its strangeness the way that I do, and the way that JJ Stratford loves 80s television and analog video gear. I started out this video with a question. Is Blippo Plus a video game? And sure, I think it is. But more importantly, I think Blippo Plus could be the future of video games. And it never could have been that without JJ Stratford and Telefantasy Studios.